This is not a sequel. "300: Rise of an Empire." So 300: Rise of an Empire is a parallel story to the first 300. In 300, we're following the Spartans, and this go around, we're seeing what the Athenians are up to. And the main Athenian that we're following here is Themistocles. And these two stories, they wove together pretty well, I thought. He does go to Sparta, speaks with Queen Gorgo, who is once again played by Lena Headey. And, you know, they do make reference to Leonidas, the Spartans, everything that's going on over there. So I thought they did a pretty good job melding these two stories together. But now, instead of having these epic land battles with the Spartans, we're getting these huge sea battles with the Athenians and the Persians now. And Themistocles is a badass. When he's in fight mode, he's awesome. He is just a phenomenal character. But, you know, other than that, he's a little bit dull. They try to develop characters in this film. It doesn't really hit at all. He's kind of dumbed out, and they try to do the father-son relationship thing again like they did in 300, and it's just, you know, it was just there to push story along. Wasn't anything that you get emotionally invested with or interested in. It's just something that's there. And this time around, instead of Xerxes being the main villain, which he is a part of the film, you learn a little bit more about his backstory and everything, which the backstory in this film, there's so much, and it takes up so much of this movie, but, you know, you got to get caught up to speed, I guess. It's Artemisia, and she is a complete badass in this film. She's very seductive. She's a very complex character. Her backstory is very interesting, and once you learn about her and what her motives are, it does add for a little bit more dynamics in the film. But between her and Themistocles, they're really the two driving forces of the film. Everything else is really just substance there to push the movie along. And the sea battles I thought were awesome. All the action in this movie is fantastic. You get exactly what you expect. I mean, there's tons of epic action, tons of slow motion. If they would have cut off the slow motion in this film, it probably would have cut the runtime in half, or, I mean, at least 30 minutes. So much slow motion in the film. It does get a little redundant and overstays its welcome at certain points, but just like in 300, they do utilize it in a fun way where, you know, you have characters running in fast motion. They slow it down for the hit, kick it back into fast motion, and then slow it down again, you know, all with one continuous camera shot. So the action is badass. You do get some awesome action. There's a ton of CGI blood, which, you know, it didn't bother me too much in 300 because I don't know, maybe the campiness to it and the feel of it, it all fit together better. In this film, it is a little goofy, the way that they do it. Maybe it was just overused. But, you know, what they really try to do with this movie, I feel, is capture everything from 300. They just really wanted to duplicate everything, give you a powerful lead to follow, try to give you some character development, action, the music, all of that. And for the most part, they do a pretty good job. The action is phenomenal. It's way more brutal than 300. There's so much more killing, so much more fighting going on. But there's just not any substance to it, I guess, that makes you really care. In 300, when those battles are about to happen, it was just like, holy shit. It was just, I don't know. For some reason, it just had such an effect on me. That was one movie when I left the theater, like, I felt like I couldn't watch another movie for a week because I just needed to digest everything and just the epic scale of that film. But yeah, like I was saying, the fight scenes in there, you know, I just thought they were done so much better because there's this big build-up. You have these 300 Spartans going against these waves of Persians, and when they pack themselves into that little narrow corridor there, I mean, it's just, oh, it was so cool. In this film, there's just not much build-up to it. The editing's a little choppy, so you go from one scene, and immediately following that, they're on these ships about to attack. So, I mean, it's just, there wasn't really that epic build-up that you had in 300. But once the action kicks in, it is awesome. Very, very good action. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I thought the score was fantastic. You know, it's real epic music again, really gets you, you know, in that feeling for, you know, the Greek mood. And being Greek myself, I want to see Greeks go out there and whoop major ass, and that's probably a huge reason why I love 300. And, you know, because of that, I was able to really enjoy this film too, because, you know, those are my people out there. Those are my people out there doing this. So it's cool. And yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot better. It's definitely miles ahead of The Immortals. The Immortals was, God, that was an awful film. But I would say check it out. If you like 300, you want to see more of what you liked in that film, I think there's a lot that this film can offer for you. I thought it was a really enjoyable time, just, you know, wasn't on the same level as 300 by any means. If you've seen 300: Rise of an Empire, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought about it, and also let me know what is your favorite Greek epic film. For me, I'm probably gonna have to say the original Clash of the Titans. I grew up on that film, love it, just awesome classic tale right there. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.